What are you doing?
Elevator music.
Oh my gosh, get off the elevator. What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to the KY. Now, you guys saw in the last video, I told you guys we made a quick trip to Myrtle Beach, and we're actually going back to Myrtle Beach, but we had to come up here to work a wedding in the KY tomorrow. We got into town just a little bit early, and I could not pass up the opportunity to come out and wet a line, but I got to show y'all something, because if y'all remember a little while back, we had a really funny moment on the channel when my boy Brant got shot at and hit the deck. Now, I know y'all remember that. I don't need to show the clip again. But Gary went MIA after that until today. Y'all, we got Gary back on the channel. Brant's probably shaking in his boots right now watching this, because
that's good.
Yeah, I mean, that scarred Brant for life, I'm pretty sure. There's no question about it. But we're actually at a little farm pond here in Kentucky, and maybe, just maybe today is the day that we catch that elusive 8-pounder we've been looking for all year. But Gary said no matter what, I got a decent shot to break that PB. So that's enough talking. Let's get a line of water and put a fish on the bank. Let's go. All right, all I hear from y'all all the times, I don't throw big enough bait. So we're targeting big fish today, big bait. Got a big spinner bait on there. Got a nice little trailer. We're gonna see if we can't get one out here and put something on the bank. Couldn't tell if I got bumped right there, if I drug over something. Well, I'm hung. That answers my question, I think. That felt good for a minute.
Right.
That's a fish. There we go, guys. That's a fish. Good call, Gary, on the spinner bait. Yes, sir. There we go, guys. Fish number one on the bank. This is a little bit bigger than what I was catching last place I was at, Gary. That's not bad right there to start. I didn't bring my scale. I didn't bring the scale so we can call him 2 pounds. In all honesty, he's probably about 1.5 pounds fish. Not a bad way to start the day though, guys, right there. Y'all check him out. Nice little Kentucky largemouth. You just cannot beat when they hit it, man. When they hit that hook, there's just, man, it gets your blood rushing every single time. Let's get him back in the water. Thank you, buddy. Just like that, we're on the board. It didn't take long. We've only been here about 5 minutes. That's quick for me. Y'all know that. I don't normally catch them that quick, so we're not gonna spend a lot of time talking today. We're gonna fish. Let's go. That camera's on. Jackson putting a good one on the board right there. Jackson's fishing too, but he's fishing on the other side of the pond with Topwater. So, guys, there's definitely gonna be some decent fish in this pond. There's no question. Jackson and I both have already pulled decent fish out. We are not that far into this morning. We are not that far into this afternoon. We've only got a couple hours to fish till the sun goes down, but when we get a little bit closer to sundown, I'm probably going to tie on maybe a revolver, whopper plop, or something like that, and just give a topwater bite a chance, maybe a popping frog. Y'all know I love my popping frogs, man. It's one of my favorite baits to throw. Did bring my bait caster up with me this time, so I'm actually set up to throw a popping frog on top of the water. I know I get some grief from you guys sometimes about throwing a popping frog on a spinning reel, but I've caught my fair share of bass on a spinning reel using a popping frog. I know it's not the right way to do it, but if it works, it works. There's no right or wrong way if you're catching fish. Yeah, I'm gonna throw one more here and I'm gonna put that buzz bait on there. I might throw that revolver around. Those things are fun to throw.
Yeah.
You think they'll hit that or no?
Yeah.
There we go. That's a good one, guys. That's a decent fish, folks. Guys, that's not a bad one there. Not a bad fish at all. Oh, Gary. Gary, what are they doing to me? Oh. Guys, that was a good one. I hope the GoPro picked that up. Hi, Chihuahua. And the heartbreak begins, folks, right there. We were just talking about I was gonna switch over to a topwater buzz bait, maybe like a whopper plopper revolver, something like that. That was a good fish. Dang it. I knew he was about to jump too. I was just about ready to give him a little and he jumped up. The reason I love fishing these small bodies of water, and you guys have heard me say this before, I'm going to be able to cover this whole pond in the time that I have here this afternoon. And that's why I like fishing these types of areas. You know, there's no question about if I can find the fish. I'm going to fish in every single spot that these fish can be. Now, will they bite? Who knows? They've been biting so far, but you give yourself the chance. You don't have to take time to find fish because you can cover the whole body of water in a fairly short amount of time, which in turn is going to give you the best chance to catch some hogs. All right, y'all, so this is the first. I have never thrown, this is a Guggen revolver bait. Same thing as a whopper plopper, basically works the exact same way. I've never thrown one of these ever. About the only topwater lure I've ever thrown really is that popping filthy frog, the Vega frog from 6 Cents. So Gary seems to think the topwater bite's going to be on fire, and he didn't let me down on the spinner bait, so I have no reason to doubt him on this. We're going to toss this around and see if we can't hook us a daddy with it. Maybe if I threw it in there and worked it out a little. These bass have been feeding right along the top on this bank, so I'm just trying to work this topwater lure right as close as I can get to all this brush and debris down through there, just to see if I can get something to come out and play with it. We've not had a strike on it yet. Jackson caught that one on topwater over on the other side, but he was using more of a buzz bait type setup. They just never saw this before, so I thought maybe it was something we could throw in there and have a little bit of luck. But so far, no cigar, but that's not to say we won't. We still got plenty of time here. I mean, we still have crazy weeks. I mean, obviously, like this week is nuts. I mean, the fact that I had to drive from, because it's a 12-hour drive from my house to Myrtle Beach, and then it's from Myrtle Beach to here, it's another 10. And I got to work a wedding all day tomorrow, and then turn right around and drive back to Myrtle Beach overnight. But I'll get to fish while I'm there. As long as I make it. There we go, there's a fish. And there was a little bit close to the bank. This is not a huge one, guys. Definitely. Oh, he's not bad though. Oh, hook pulled right there. No, buddy. No, sir. No, sir. Stop. Simmer. All right, that's more like it. Guys, that's a solid 2-pounder there for sure. No question on that one. We were just sitting here talking about our schedule this weekend, how crazy it is. I've tried all kinds of different stuff, but the spinner bait with that Saucy Swimmer trailer on it is what's getting it done right now. That's what they're eating. And that there's with what that in there ate. He was fairly close to the bank when I hooked him. But that's definitely a solid 2-pound bass right there. Gotta get one more good look at him and get him back in the water. Come off as soon as he hit the bank. Thank goodness I landed it. All right, see you, buddy. Guys, these are quality fish. Like I've only caught 2, I've hooked 3, but all of them have been good quality bass. So we got a shot to put a big one up here. We're gonna keep going for a little bit and see if we can't catch one. All right, guys, so what a whirlwind adventure the last few days. As you guys can see, we're back in Myrtle Beach from Kentucky. I know you kind of heard me telling the story a little bit there while I was fishing when I was talking to Gary, but we didn't even know we were coming here this weekend. We worked the All-American Games for athletics down in PCB last weekend, and then they called me on Tuesday morning. They were like, hey, we had an MC that backed out in Myrtle Beach. Is there any way you guys can make your way up there and handle that one for us? The only issue with that was we did have a wedding in Kentucky on Saturday. So we got in the car, we drove to Myrtle Beach last Wednesday, we worked the opening ceremonies on Thursday. We're gonna roll you guys a few clips from this. These events are awesome. If you've never been to one, or if you don't have a kid that's involved in sports, what these are, these kids are coming from all over the country and playing with each other. They've never been on a team together before. So you're taking 9, 10 kids that have never met, throwing them into a situation. And what you guys are seeing right here, this is from closing ceremonies on Sunday. They get awards, we go through, we talk to them, we ask them questions. I usually try to find the one that's gonna look like they don't wanna be on camera the most, and I wanna talk to them. So they always usually give you the best responses if you can get them to open up and actually get them to talk to you along the way. Huge shout out to Gary for taking me over to that farm pond. The bite was not spectacular. We ended up fishing for probably maybe 2 hours, hour and 45 minutes, 2 hours. My intention was to get up and go fishing again on Saturday morning, but by the time I got up and got moving, and we had to go be in Lexington, Kentucky, or right around Lexington to work that wedding, I was gonna drain myself, so I didn't end up going. I only ended up catching 2 fish, but they were 2 quality bass. And I mean, at the end of the day, if you're out there catching some quality bass, that's a good day. I mean, let's be honest, ain't nobody gonna turn that down. Now, I did end up losing that one, probably the biggest fish I hooked. I saw him jump out of the water. He wasn't a lot bigger than that 2-pounder I caught, but I definitely think he had a little more size to him. PYT's back behind the camera. She's getting eaten up by no-see-ums or whatever it is that just likes to gnaw on her. We're gonna turn the camera on. You're not gonna be able to hear her.
No,
but
I'm getting eaten alive.
Yeah, I don't know how well you can hear, but PYT is here with me as well. So I know y'all love it when she's on camera. But you said that all weekend.
Huh?
You were thinking of something and you had it in the back of your mind while we were working.
Oh, like my inner Nelly was coming out like crazy, guys. I'm not even lying.
You mean like Nellie Olson from the Little House on the Prairie?
No, like Nelly, like batter up. I'm the first to swing. Come on, you know it. You know it.
You're not. It is way too early for me to start trying to sing this.
It was going through my head the whole time. Every time someone came up to the plate, it was stuck.
After we worked our wedding on Saturday, Sarah and I literally got in the car at 10 o'clock and drove overnight back to Myrtle Beach because we did have to be there for closing ceremonies at 8 o'clock on Sunday morning. So to say that we were exhausted when we got into the room on Sunday evening would be the understatement of the year. We were just dead tired. So we went to bed, ended up sleeping like 12 hours, but now it's a brand new day. We're probably gonna go around, try to do a little bit of fishing while we're here in South Carolina. I'm not even really sure. I do know that Brant went to school here. I don't know if you guys know that. I know everybody knows Brant for being at Florida State, but Brant actually spent 1 year at Coastal Carolina University as well. And Brant has given me a couple spots. Now, automatically when you think Myrtle Beach, you're gonna think saltwater fishing, but actually the bass fishing here in Myrtle Beach is pretty spectacular if you can get onto some of these golf courses. And I think that's what we're going to try to do for the next video. So make sure you guys got your notification bell turned on. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you get all of that new content that we put out. Guys, I truly hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a great big thumbs up. If you're new here to the Cameraman Ron channel and you haven't subscribed, we would greatly, greatly appreciate it if you smash that subscribe button. All you gotta do is make it go from red to gray. It doesn't cost you a penny, and it would mean the world to us. Guys, I truly hope you enjoyed this one. I can't wait to see you on the next video. Y'all take care, and we'll see you soon.